Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of the Co-op Podcast. It's your boy Jay Quinn,
and I'm Mo.
And so we had a few things we wanted to talk about today. This episode is going to be, I think, a little bit of a wild ride. We want to start things off though. We're not going to bury the lead. You saw the thumbnail. We are going to talk about things that we don't want to see rebooted, things we've already seen rebooted that suck. Maybe even some things we might want to see rebooted. But let's talk about these Game Awards because we didn't talk about it. We kind of mentioned it last episode, the Game Awards, but we weren't really thrilled about it. We're a little late on the uptake, but apparently Baldur's Gate just swept everything.
How swept?
Now, I have a little history of Baldur's Gate as just being like an outside viewer, right? Old school Game Informer. Oh, what's this? Baldur's Gate looks so cool. Never played it, right? I watched a lot of gameplay for Baldur's Gate 3 because I knew I was going to get it. I want to see what everybody was raving about. I have thoughts, but I know you. I know you got thoughts. What's up, Mo? Tell us.
I've been hearing about this Baldur's Gate, and I didn't know what it was. So, I didn't want to just dive in and kind of talk about it and bash it until I saw what it was.
Right.
And I knew it was getting so much hype. You know it's bad when a dude from the grocery store stopped me. He was like, "Have you played Baldur's Gate?" And I was like,
"Right, like
no." So he's just like, "I don't know if you're into that type of thing, but it's something you should play." And I'm like, "All right." I always have these seem to have these weird interactions in the grocery store. I have a side story on that, but yeah. So I was like, let me go look at the gameplay, see what Baldur's Gate is about, and I'm watching cutscenes. I'm like, when is the game gonna pop up? Finally, it pops up, and I'm like, oh,
right. Okay, bet.
So I didn't know it was like the turnstile type of game.
Yeah, turn-based. Yeah,
and I was reading comments, and people were like, "You can't deny this game looks beautiful," and I'm like,
"Hey, that's spread out, man. That's spread out, bro."
Well, I mean, how can graphics be beautiful to you with that type of game? It's like me pulling out Monopoly, like, man, they killed it on these pieces.
Look at that thimble.
But I don't know. And there was this one guy who made a comment. He was like, Baldur's Gate has 171,000 cutscenes and 1,700 different endings. And I was like, jeez. And I believe the cutscene part because it took me forever to get to gameplay.
I believe it too.
So I just don't understand why that became Game of the Year.
Are you Delulu?
You know what's crazy? Is that people watching this, if this is their first episode, have already turned it off. Because they see two guys sitting up here, the backwards caps. This was not playing, by the way. And they think that we're like dude bros, right? We look like we play Madden exclusively.
Nah.
And like, no, like we game. But I gotta be honest, I agree with you. I watch a lot of gameplay, and guys, y'all gotta be honest. Like, it ain't everybody's cup of tea, right? Like, I understand it's weird, right? Because the Game Awards is a popularity contest because it's like Game of the Year. Like, that can't be anything but a popularity contest. You have to factor in sales as well as like the impact on social media, the impact on the industry as a whole. And I know for me and you, who probably our games of the year are, most likely go probably be Spider-Man 2 because we just love that game so much. I'm okay with Spider-Man 2 not winning. That's not even my problem. But like Baldur's Gate 3, like that's a very specific type of game. And you're right. People saying like, all the graphics look good, all the gameplay look good, all the endings. Yeah, for like a turn-based RPG, sure. I'm sure it does. But let's be for real. This might be the isolated incident right here. Y'all like Baldur's Gate 3 because you can have sex with anything in that game.
What?
Oh, really?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Any character, no bearing on race as in species, okay, gender, like nothing. Like everybody's a free for all. It's Caligula. You know what I'm saying? You can just go in there and find what you like, and but I feel like that's the reason why I won, because it's like a very progressive RPG. Not to take anything away from it. I know Baldur's Gate has a huge fan base, apparently. I don't know where y'all niggas been there for the past 15 years.
What year is it?
Every game has a huge fan base when it comes out, right? But I don't know, man. I'm with you. I feel like it might have been good, but it's a very particular type of game.
I wonder if it's the story that is driving it.
Yeah,
I mean, you're watching a 24-hour movie playing the game, but
I don't know, man. Still tick cutscenes to me where the characters is like standing there doing this and doing this. That don't do it for me no more. And that's not to say that I don't have fun. Bro, we playing Gotham Knights right now. I never thought I'd have fun playing that. Right? So maybe Baldur's Gate is, because we've learned a lot this year from playing certain alphas, that looking at the game and playing the game are two vastly different things.
Yeah.
So maybe this is the case that if you play Baldur's Gate 3 and you make your own character and you get deep and you can make the fantasy world your own, it's all Dungeons and Dragons. It's just you taking your character around. Maybe people really invested in that.
It might be the same type of premise of Star Wars Old Republic.
Oh yeah, because you never played it.
I played it, but
it's
just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So I guess I could see why people propped it up so high, but I just feel like there shouldn't be such a big gap between that being the game of the year versus all the other ones, because
yeah, I mean we had
Spider-Man.
Hitters, Spider-Man.
I didn't play Alan Wake. Jedi
was beautiful.
Which I guess there's mixed feelings about
Jedi. Oh, Jedi Survivor was up for Game of the Year?
I believe so.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I saw it when I looked at the list.
Tears of the Kingdom.
And then Mario.
Which one? Wonder? Because that one just came out. Probably was. So 2 Nintendo games. A beautiful. Alan Wake looks like a freaking movie. Everything I hear about that. We was on Alan Wake from the beginning. Everything I hear about that is like, this is the game. And for them not to win, for even the Nintendo games that always got fanfare not to win, but I'm telling you, I feel like the Baldur's thing, look, we're not woke scolds. We don't just say, oh, we hate something, because we don't do that. But I really believe that this was a case of, it was a progressive game. And you got a lot of people in the industry. You got more women in the game industry now. You got a lot more, people from different like lifestyles and LGBT. So like, if they're playing a game where they could never have imagined making themselves be the non-binary elf and have a werewolf boyfriend, I'm pretty sure for them it's game of the year. But for niggas like us, I kind of like Miles. I like Pete. That story to me was taking me places, even if I have my, I just feel I'm with you. For there to be such a huge gap, like all of a sudden Baldur's Gate is like the next coming of Christ in video game form. Like, where did this come from?
I think the last like RPG game that I played and enjoyed was like Ultimate Alliance. So I try to put myself in what if that got nominated for Game of the Year? I'm like, oh, I could see it. So I think that's the same case for them. That's why I'm not trying to poo-poo on them.
I'm not trying to poo-poo on the boys.
But it just looked boring.
Yeah, it's not my kind of nasty.
So if you like it, we love it.
Yeah. Yeah, we give it an uncle. We give Baldur's Gate 3 an uncle.
So
wow. Okay. Hey, that's our we've already alienated half of you. But look, that's where it's gonna be. We never go with the popular vote. And you're going to see from some of my picks, especially later on, I'm definitely not going with the popular vote. Let's not bear the lead any longer. Reboots. They're happening. Remakes. They're happening.
Hollywood is not creative anymore.
See, I think this is going to be our first disagreement on camera. And I love it. Because we are so much alike. It's time for a little bit of conflict.
Go for it.
I don't believe that that's the case. We hear that a lot. They're like, Hollywood is creatively bankrupt, but remakes have been around forever. Scarface is a remake. The Thing is a remake. Like remakes have, whether they were remaking other movies, whether they were adapting books, whether they were adapting plays. Like the Hollywood remake is as old as Hollywood itself.
Okay, so then the wrong people are
Absolutely.
are touching.
Absolutely. That's what it is. Yeah, exactly. Because these remakes are not, let's do something different. It's like, well, we gotta remake it. We gotta update it. Like, what's something right now that you ain't digging?
That's remade.
Yeah, that's being remade or has been remade.
Hey, guys, spit it out, man.
Are we digging into that?
Let's get in it. Let's get knees deep in it.
Mulan.
Yo, Mulan was trash. That movie. Oh my god, I forgot about that movie.
Exactly. I haven't. These live action remakes haven't been hitting.
Nah.
But that was the worst piece of Dookie I've ever seen in my life.
That was a bad movie.
And here's the thing. I remember early on, I think when the trailer first came out, there was like, "Where's Mushu? Where's Ling Po and all them?" And
yeah.
And their statement was, "We're trying to go with like a realistic feel or something like that."
Okay.
Fine. All right. So that means they about to go in and get
right.
Right.
War. Yeah.
The movie starts off with Mulan as a child jumping on rooftops.
I mean, like Trinity jumping, like,
and I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes.
Sure.
And then what really kind of just took you out of the element was, oh, I had this chi and you're born with it, and it's what makes me stronger. Not everybody can have this. And I'm like, what? You've stripped what Mulan is about.
Right.
It's about, I don't need any type of advantages
to
be like the guy.
Exactly.
And they took that away, and I'm like, this isn't Mulan.
Wow. And on the realism tip, she's fighting a witch.
Who asked for that witch?
Nobody.
And what's even worse is the witch was working with the villain, whatever, right? Yeah. And then you turn on him because, oh, Mulan's a woman and look what she's doing. Empowerment. And she went on and helped Mulan. I'm like, she took an arrow for her. Like,
girls get it done.
I forget this movie, so I can't speak on that.
It's horrible. Then you take out and I get it. Not every Mulan has some good songs. Okay,
Mulan is known for the songs.
I understand, some of these live actions. Let's not put the songs in there, but at least put some pivotal ones in there. Ones that mean something. Like, let's get down to business.
What I don't like about the whole no song thing is that it really, I know you probably don't like musicals. A lot of people don't like musicals, but the thing about a good musical is that it's literally just when no other emotion will do. Like, that's all it is. You could have had musical segments. Okay, maybe just Mulan isn't like singing, although I would like reflections in there. Was that good I see staring straight back at me? When will my reflection show? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of that. But, like, you're right. Let's get down to business. Like, all that. You cannot have that story without those songs to me.
There was no emotion in that movie.
No. Oh, my God. The actual play Mulan is just blank face.
And even
she is.
So the part, see, I forget the names. Who's the male counterpart? The one she ends up
Mulan. Mm-hmm. See, I'm not a girl, so I didn't grow up learning his name.
So in Mulan,
this gives us no credibility.
I don't know if you remember this scene in Mulan.
I forget his name all the time.
The original, the cartoon animated one. He ends up finding out that his dad was killed in battle. Mm-hmm. The whole scene, you got the fire, the burned down huts, houses, and he sees his dad's helmet, and it is quiet. It is speechless.
Oh, yeah.
And you just hear like the music in the background. It just felt somber. They did it in the movie.
Bro, who got you smiling like that? Like,
and niggas just like talking. Oh man, what happened here? Oh boy.
Oh boy.
They're on fire. So it's just like,
yeah,
they couldn't capture any emotion. I don't know. I don't think these live actions should be remade anymore. I didn't like Aladdin either.
Aladdin is hard for me because there are parts of Aladdin I like. I think that the casting of Will Smith as the genie was inspired. Maybe in hindsight, it kind of sullies it for some people to watch that. You know, it would be cool if like Aladdin slapped the lamp 3 times instead of having to rub it.
What movie is it?
Keep them wishes. No, like you're right, but I am with you on that. It wasn't as good. Actually, I did like Little Mermaid because they kept the music and it's pretty much the same movie. But other movies that suck besides the Disney remakes, I did. I've only seen it once. I think that Jungle Book is superior.
Agreed. Lion
King is good for its novelty, but like you could just watch National Geographic.
Right.
To me, I don't think that CGI should be used to be that realistic because what we do in film is supposed to be what you cannot do. Like it says movie magic for a reason. If you're not gonna have like lions doing things unique, like I'm just gonna watch them in the surrogate. We might as well just do like what Oprah should do, just have the Mr. Ed just have the lion mouth moving. You know, like just film a real lion and move his mouth. Yeah. But okay, what about like movies like Total Recall? I don't even totally recall that movie. I don't. Like all I remember is watching it once and being like, "Oh my god, this was a waste of a rental."
And you did better than me. I went to the movie theater and saw it.
Oh,
but for some reason, things work in mysterious ways. I got my money back. I was walking down the street and I found $20, and I was like, it was the next day. I was like, well, this is for that piece of that is the first movie I fell asleep on. I've never fallen asleep in a movie theater. And I'm like, I like Colin Farrell, but I was like, this is horrible.
Yeah. It don't have any of that original, because the Verhoeven original picture with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sharon Stone, oh my god, that movie is so weird, but it's like that early 90s, late 80s where, and it's just so fun.
It worked back then.
See you at the party with that movie is fun. And then for them to do like the gritty early 2010 remake of it, I'm like, this ain't what
it just didn't make sense.
It didn't. Yeah.
I got another one.
What?
And I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't know who greenlit this.
Oh, tell me.
But White Man Can't Jump.
Yo, I forgot. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. It's yours.
What you feel right now, I want you to speak that into the mic.
Stop hyping up mid-white boys.
I'm vanilla, baby.
Stop hyping this Harlow dude.
I'm vanilla, baby.
He's not that guy.
I'm vanilla, baby.
He's not that guy, pal.
I'm vanilla, baby.
Bro, stop. Like, okay, he's a little talented. Where all of a sudden, okay, nigga, if I was tall and a millionaire, yeah, I could raise up some chicks too. Nigga, that's easy work.
Daddy, chill.
Captain America doing push-ups, I'm gonna be impressed. Yeah, nigga, you got money. I hope you can raise up some chicks. Nigga, that nigga goofy. and I realize that if a white man can't jump, they might be saying, oh, that's what we need. But here's the problem though. Jack Harlow don't come off as goofy. He's goofy who thinks he's cool.
Right.
Woody Harrelson was like, you didn't think that boy could ball.
Right.
And now he out here with Blade, like shooting from the 3-point line. Like, you know what I'm saying? Billy, come back. It was your movie, man. Why?
No. You covered the bases. I just feel like Jack Harlow started getting popular, and they're like, we're gonna use it.
Yeah,
we can make money on.
Who's even the black guy in the movie? I don't even know who plays the counterpart. You didn't even get a good counterpart. Could have got like a Michael B. Jordan or somebody.
That's because they knew that movie was trash.
Yeah, they did.
And no actor in the right mind was gonna like, let me be a part of this. Imagine, like, Jack Harlow gonna be your co-actor. No,
right? And then like the whole idea of White Man Can't Jump, and I'm gonna get into one of my remakes that we're gonna talk about in a minute that I don't think that you can do nowadays, is that like White Man Can't Jump is very much of its time. We know white boys can ball now.
Right.
We know, like, even more than so than back then. Of course, you always had like white boys, like you had Kerr, you know, you had Bird, you know, like Malone, like you had white boys who was cold. But like now, of course y'all can hoop.
Right.
And with the internet and social media, culture is not the way it used to be, where black folk is this and white folk is that. We're all pretty much all mixed. So the idea of even making a White Man Can't Jump in the year of our Lord 2023 is ridiculous. It makes no sense.
It did to somebody.
Why are we working in Hollywood?
Because we have ideas.
Oh, man, the co-op, we gotta do it ourselves, man. Fine, I'll do it myself. We gotta do it ourselves, man. A co-op movie, co-op podcast movie coming
soon.
Coming to wherever podcasts are sold.
2072.
Dang, it's gonna be all AI. It's gonna be AI. Young.
Well, what's one of yours? What's a movie that
now want to see remade? Okay, so now we getting into the portions right now. I've already talked about the White Man Can't Jump. I think you should go with this. What's one of your movies? No, nada, no way.
Dumb and Dumber.
They tried to.
Ooh.
Dumb and Dumberer. Remember?
Oh.
Which actually wasn't that bad. But you can't.
Okay, so when I think Dumb and Dumber, and that's a timeless movie.
Yeah.
I haven't met a lot of people who don't like Dumb and Dumber. So, but one, it was written by one of the Farley brothers.
What?
Yeah, the Farley. Okay.
Two, it's Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is phenomenal talent.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gets the praise he deserves sometimes.
Not no more. He don't. It's like people forgot.
I think he retired from acting, but
he did Sonic.
And originally, and I can't remember who was supposed to play this role, but it wasn't supposed to be Jeff Daniels.
Oh no, it wasn't. I think the studio wanted another comedian.
Yeah.
And what made Jeff so great was like he's not competing for laughs, so he was doing his own thing.
And I think I seen it on like Netflix. There's like a documentary or something about that in other movies, but he was pretty much saying like, I'm funny. I'm funny.
Oh, he is.
The studio's like, no, I don't want to put you in.
No, we don't see the vision.
But the thing that was so great with them two, it felt organic.
Yeah.
Like the responses were organic. It felt like it was just two good pals just being in each other's presence
for real
and filming.
It's a precursor to this show. I wouldn't call us dumb,
but you know, Jeff was saying how a lot of the stuff was improvised too.
Oh, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Just like that. You want to hear the most annoying sound?
That was improvised?
I think that was improvised.
Oh my God.
So I would never want someone to touch that. You can't recreate that magic.
They couldn't even recreate it with the second movie.
No, not at all. It's a very timeless movie. I would be disgusted if somebody decided to make it, and then I could see them putting some. They would try to put some good-looking guy in there for eye candy. You got to appeal to the audience.
It's gonna be Jack Harlow.
I'm vanilla, baby.
or they might even throw a real curveball and make it two women. Sorry.
Look, we are look. The proof is in the pudding. Ghostbusters 2014 was not like bad, but it wasn't good. Saw a movie once. No need to ever see it again. Just watch. Yeah, you're right. So like that's how I feel about Dumb and Dumber. Like just watch the original. There's no reason. That lives within its time with those two actors.
Yeah, that's comedy gold to me. That's probably one of my favorite comedies.
Dang. Give me another one. You got another one?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, don't you touch none of Robin Williams stuff. Absolutely. Y'all better just think of something else. You right. Don't touch that.
Oh, man. And I could see them putting I could see them doing like a, hey, Martin Lawrence, you You want to do this? we know you have Big Mama, but you will be perfect. You're already good in the dress.
Oh my God! Don't do that. Oh, I don't want to see. I don't want to see Martin Lawrence, Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, I don't
my daddy. But Miss Doubtfire, it's Robin Williams, man. It's a heartfelt movie too. The dude is trying his best to be there for his kids.
That's the feel.
Good feel movie.
Yeah.
And that's another one of those things where you can't recreate that, I feel like.
You can't. I mean, even like Sally Field, I mean, she acts her butt off in that movie. Pierce Brosnan, you know, like, the kids, like, bro. So, yeah.
It's one guy that with that raspy voice, like I do now.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah.
I'm making your outfit, honey.
Honey, I'm so happy.
Your face is slipping off, honey.
It was so good. Yeah, you're right. You cannot redo that. Yeah. That's a good one.
What you got?
See, you now you making me rethink mine. Okay, so what I don't think should ever be remade are things that are very much so in the period. Right? Like the fact that they remade Superfly was a tragedy. You probably don't remember it. Yeah, nobody did. But like Clueless. I feel the need, I have to say this out loud. Do not remake Clueless. Because I feel like we're already getting there. We remade Heathers. They redoing Mean Girls, but it's at least Tina Fey who did the first one. So 20 years later, we're redoing that. And some musicals that are changing up. But I feel like we redid The Craft, I think, at one point. So I feel like that they're going to be like, you know what? Let's do it, Clueless. And we know what it's going to be. It's just going to be a girl obsessed with Twitter. And then at the end, you're going to realize she's a person too.
Yeah.
The original Clueless is so smart. There's no reason to touch that. And I feel like it's so much of its time that nowadays, I don't really want to sympathize with a little rich white girl.
As if.
Like, I just don't. Like, I don't, like, for that time, sure, it was like a subversion of that expectation. But the thing about Cher, though, is that she wasn't popular. She wasn't any more popular than any of the other rich Valley girls in her class. We rewatched that movie. I've watched Clueless a lot, in case you can't tell. But, like,
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Well, then, I guess on this subject, you're clueless. See how it's opening? But okay, well, all you need to know is that is essentially a story about a rich Valley girl who
falls in love.
No, that's the thing. The love part don't even come to like the third act. It's pretty much about her making friends with a new girl played by Brittany Murphy. We miss Brittany Murphy.
R.I.P.
And her friend Stacey Dash, before she was problematic, but she's still fine as ever. And they like help this new girl, and the new girl, once she gets her popularity, becomes like the jerk. And they have to like get her back. So it's a very different. That's what I'm saying. If they did that movie now, it would just be Euphoria, and it would just be about the love aspect and being like you don't have to be on Twitter to be a person. And I don't need to see that. And then and then make it worse. They make her like black, and then I don't want to see that. Like I don't want to see that. Like I don't want to see a rich little like. I just don't want to see that. So I feel like Clueless should not be touched, and I feel like I have to say that out loud, and I wish I didn't because I can see it on Netflix happening right now.
Trailer drops today.
Oh my God.
Coming to Netflix.
Hey.
Totally.
Look, I don't view the timeline linearly like y'all mortals. I view it in a circle. I'm Dr. Chicago. That's a professor. That's a Dr. Manhattan joke. Whatever. Anywho, second movie. Second movie. You gonna probably think I'm crazy. I even have to say this out loud.
What if I already think you're crazy?
Well then, you be right.
You dropped the bomb on me, baby. Go ahead.
Do not remake A New Hope.
Oh, why would I?
Why would they? Why would they remake A New Hope? Think about it. You're thinking right now. Why would they do that? We got a good thing going. Well, we got a thing going. Don't touch it, right? Well, here is two reasons. Number one, the precedent was already set with George Lucas. Remember the 90s after he saw Jurassic Park and just said, oh, let me just CGI everything and add deleted scenes back in and reshoot things so it can fit better with this prequel I'm doing, right? If the creator don't feel that his baby don't need to be touched, what about the white slavers that he called Disney, who he sold it to? That's number one. Number two, they've already showed that they're not shy about casting other actors in these characters' roles. Now we have had every character in that original trilogy played by somebody else except for Luke, who has been played by other people, but his face has always been CGI Mark Hamill. But we've had a different Leia now, a different Han for Solo. We've obviously had a different... I didn't hate it. It was fun. It was fun to me. But I understand that. Respect. We have had a different Obi-Wan. We have Anakin.
Are you talking about like Ewan McGregor?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you had, I mean, to carry out the storyline, you had to have a younger one. So is that really?
But here's the thing now. Who's at the perfect age to play old Ben? And now you just get the guy back to play Solo. You already got your Lando. I feel that I'm not saying it's gonna happen within like the next decade, but I'm telling you, Disney is not shy, and they're gonna eventually say, you know what, kids are gonna go back and watch those old movies. We got to make those fit visually. Let's just remake it, right? That'll get the fans back on our side. We'll just do it like kind of verbatim. And look, we'll bring back Hayden and Obi-Wan so we can actually make that hallway fight really groovy this time. You know, it's not just two old men slapping sticks. You know, and I feel like that these idiots would do it. Here goes another president. Here's the thing. So right now, all y'all saying, and you yourself saying, okay, that's kind of far-fetched.
It's not true. That's impossible.
I see where you're going with that, and I do think that Disney is predatory, but I don't think that they're that capitalist. Well, there was another multi-billion-dollar sci-fi franchise that had an OG series that was never touched, that was considered the Old Testament. You do not touch. If you make new shows, you keep going in the timeline. If you make new movies, you keep going forward, and that was Star Trek. Ooh. You never touched the original Roddenberry series. And who came along and rebooted? J.J. Abrams.
It felt right to us at the time.
And those fans were pissed. They said, how dare you have somebody else play Spock? How dare you have somebody else play Captain Kirk? Does the studio care? No.
For those who hate it, I could not respect your opinion more.
They said, yeah, because I'm not a Trekkie.
All right, I was going to say, I like it.
Yeah, because we're not Trekkies. Exactly.
And for those who love it, I question your sanity.
Exactly. You know why we liked it?
Yeah, that's true.
Because there wasn't no talks about, you know, the philosophical ethics of Star, you know, of whatever, you know, is going on between the Federation and whatever alien life is there. And only now as an adult do I go, I like Star Trek. But back then as a kid, I'm like, dude, this is cool. So that's all I'm saying. If Star Trek can reboot, if you can recast Spock and Captain Kirk, Disney like, who are y'all tell us we can't have Sebastian Stan playing Luke Skywalker? Who are you?
Don't do that.
So yeah, that was me. We could talk all day about what we don't want. What do we want? What do you want to be rebooted or remade? And that's something that we never talk about. That's something a lot of people don't talk about. We always crap on, we don't want this, what do you want? What wouldn't you mind? And what would you champion? What would be a reboot you say, if I could do it my way, this is how I would do?
All right. Face Off.
Yo!
Directed by John Woo.
Okay, bring him back. I like that already.
No, not bringing him back.
What do you mean?
He directed it.
Right.
So if this was my movie.
Oh, I thought you said you was bringing. Okay.
So if this was my movie, I would take him out.
Okay.
And Face Off is arguably his best movie, in my opinion.
Okay.
I would put Scorsese in there.
Scorsese?
And I'm going to say why.
Okay.
Cape Fear.
Okay.
And Shutter Island. I like the tone of those movies. And I
Okay.
think that he could channel it with Face Off.
So you going more like thriller.
Yeah.
Oh, taking away some of the camp.
And so, for those of you who've never seen Face Off, I'll give you a quick premise. It is an FBI agent and a terrorist. Terrorist killed the FBI agent's son, so now he has this personal vendetta with him. He goes away. No, they think he's dead. I'm sorry. They think he's dead. His name is Troy. And sorry, just had a brain freeze. But they think he's dead. But he has this bomb somewhere in, I think, L.A. and they don't know where it's at. And his younger brother is like, I know where the bomb is. I'm never gonna tell. And so the FBI agent is like, I have this idea, or this team like, we have this idea. Switch faces. You become him, and you go get that intel from his little brother. So that's played by John Travolta, who was the FBI agent. His name was Sean, and the terrorist was played by Nicolas Cage. I believe these are the best movie that they have acted in. I think this is Nicolas Cage's best film. Same with John Travolta. I mean, he's got Grease, but it's electrifying.
I was thinking of all the faces that Nicolas Cage making in this movie.
You want to take my face off? So, what's cool about this movie, though, is John Travolta starts off as the good guy, right? But when they switch faces, now he's playing this role as the terrorist, as the bad guy.
Right.
Same vice versa with Nicolas Cage. So I thought it was a brilliant movie.
Yeah.
So I would have, as the FBI agent.
See, this is where you gotta sell us. You gotta sell us on the cast.
I would have Will Smith
as John Travolta's character.
Yes. And this is why we know Will Smith can play a good guy.
Yeah.
Let's see him play a bad guy.
He gave us a little taste at the Oscars. I like that. I like bad guy Will. We don't see that a lot.
So I love that. And then starting off as the bad guy and then transitioning into playing the role as a good guy, Jamie Foxx.
Yo, Jamie Foxx and Will Smith.
You only see that once, I believe, and that was in All the League.
Yeah, and that was so brief. That's an interesting little cast right there.
And as the terrorist brother, which was Will Smith, the brother, I would have Anthony Mackie play.
Okay, I like you did a Scorsese blackface off. Blackface off.
It's gonna be called.
Yeah, let's not call it that. But that's okay. I can see that.
And the person playing Will Smith's wife, Taraji P. Henson.
Oh, okay.
And then he has a daughter, and I would have either Keke Palmer.
Okay.
Or I don't know why I like her, Storm Reed.
Yeah, I like her too.
Like
Storm.
her.
Storm.
Yeah. So, the daughter plays like this troubled teen in the movie. So I feel like Storm could probably pull that off.
Definitely, she did good in Euphoria. So I think.
So that's my
that's
dream cast. That's what
good,
I would.
That is like
Scorsese. If you ever see this, do it. Make it happen.
And please do it with this cast. Like, you can don't put Pacino and Robert in that. They can't move, you know. Why? You trying to tell me that you want to take my face off? Wow. Okay. Good movie. Okay, for me, man, that's a hard one to. So I got two. So I have to pick one. Because I like both of these movies. One. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one because I feel like this one we haven't had, and I want to see it. The Warriors. I want a remake of The Warriors. It's time, and I want it to be in the '70s still. I don't want to be modern. You can't do Warriors now. They would have found them niggas as soon. Oh, they checked in on Snapchat over on 81st. You know, like, no, like just keep it in that time.
What about like 90s? No,
man, keep it in that 70s. That the grunginess of it, you know. Back when it was believable. Like all our old head family members back in my day, you know, you ain't pull out, you know, you use these. You know, I want to see that. You know,
Put them up.
Warriors to me is a movie that is so ready for a remake. You have this opportunity to cast a lot of young, diverse actors. You have this great story of a gang being framed for the murder of a gang leader who was trying to bring peace and unity. I mean, and the whole thing is just over the course of a night. They're just trying to get to like Coney Island. Like that's it. Like that's the reason why with Rockstar when they made the game, it was so good.
Oh, it was? I never played it.
Oh man, the Warriors is one of the best. And that was back movie games suck. You know, and Rockstar made is the GTA people, you know, and it was good because it's just such a pure concept. For me, I couldn't go with like casting every person. There's too many Warriors. But I thought that for the three main Warriors, like the three main characters of the Warriors that are most important is the main villain. I got some notes here on the side because it's some actor names. Sometimes I forget. It's only one actor name who I forget. He's a newer guy. But Luther, you know, Warrior,
Come out to play.
You know him.
Yeah.
He's important because he's the one who starts the movie.
Right.
Cyrus is important. Can you dig it? You know, he's important. And then the DJ, you know, the voice.
What's up, you cool cat?
Who was like the voice of our childhood too, because she was. Did you watch Where in the World's Carmen San Diego, the game show? Remember there was like a game show. She was the main the host on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she did a lot of stuff in the 90s. We were growing up. So I would cast these people. Number one is Luther, Jeremy Allen White. Now this is the actor from The Bear. He looks like a young Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder. He's in a new Iron Claw movie, which is a biopic, a wrestling biopic. He has the look of Luther, but if you want to, you can go with somebody else. Your boy Kyle Kestis from Giant Survivor, Cameron Monaghan. Mm-hmm. He has that face. He has like the eyebrows. Yeah. As Cyrus, I got two people. Either John Leguizamo, because he got like that cool old guy thing he getting into now, and I can see him being charismatic enough that like people will like listen to him as like an old head gang leader, or Danny Trejo, where you get somebody who looks imposing. You know, back in the day he was throwing bodies. So if he say, "Hey, let's calm down," can you dig it? Like Machete, can you dig it? Like, I can see him have like a different take on that. And for the DJ, either Aya Edebiri, I think I'm pronouncing her name right. She's a newer actress. She's on The Bear as well. She's a young black actress. She also was the voice of April O'Neil in the new TMNT movie, which was good. But if you want to do like old school, still had that vibe, Deborah Wilson, who from Mad TV, and she also played Kyle's mentor in Giant Survivor. I think that she has like the smoothness in her voice, and she's been doing voiceover work now for like all these games and stuff. She would definitely do it. So I feel like those three could be the pillars, and then you just cast all the other young actors around. Director, I wanted the directors to be the these names are crazy. The Philippos brothers, I know them as Raka Raka. Now these dudes, they just did Talk to Me, which is one of the best horror movies of the year. Yes, you gotta watch. Came out
this year or something?
Yes, these dudes are YouTubers, and they got like this great film. And their YouTube is like fighting videos. I did what you used to do, like martial arts videos, and the fighting is good.
Really,
it's quick. It's funny. They still have like slapstick in it. The effects are good. They do all their own stunts, and Now seeing that they did that A24 horror film, it's like, wait, they had no action. It was just like, suspense and horror. It's like these dudes can actually like tell a story. You give me that tone with the action of their YouTube content. That's the Warriors. I just want to see a dark, gritty fighting film that's a little fun. Back in the day when it was fun to be a part of gangs, So
was the original Warriors rated R?
Yeah.
So then they can get away with, a little bit of.
You can make it R again. I don't think that it's necessary because the 70s R is like usually a hard R, but that one wasn't that crazy. Because I honestly think it was R, and if it wasn't R, I apologize. But I honestly think that it was R because there was no PG-13 back then. It was just like PG and R. Like Jaws is PG, but they have like women's breasts. They have like topless parts in it.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's I think is PG and has like topless parts because there was no in between for a long time. So I think you can get away with a hard PG-13. Get like the young kids to see it. But I want it to be a movie, not Netflix. I don't need 13 episodes. I need every episode is the street that they own, is the block that they own. And I gotta sit here and watch in real time. I gotta give up 13 hours of my life to watch people run for 13 hours. Like I don't want to do that. 2-hour movie, if that, an hour 30 minutes, because Warriors ain't even that long.
I'm curious though. Let's throw in I want to throw in a bonus round. I want to know what your other movie was.
It ain't even that serious. Welcome to the bonus round. It ain't even that serious, man. I was just thinking about because these movies have been done to death, but they have been done the right way. It hurts my feelings because it's my favorite. It's my favorite sci-fi movie, Terminator. Ooh. Terminator, the first.
What is wrong with the Terminator series?
I don't know, man. It's a couple of things. It's the fact that James Cameron loves money, and it's just like passive income for him. So anybody who makes a new Terminator, he just goes, well, hey, this guy, he's got the juice, and he just gets like the residuals, and he goes makes his actually good $1 billion movies.
Has there been one Terminator that's been good post him?
No. Even the ones that I like Mick G's Terminator Salvation with Christian Bale. I
saw that one.
Yeah,
that's the one I saw.
Even that one is not. It don't feel like Terminator. This is not the future my mother warned me about. So I want to remake the first Terminator. At this point, just reboot it. Like stop. Like this is the one time I'm begging. Like stop making sequels. And the thing I hate about it is that they keep doing that thing where they get obsessed with the second movie and they just want to keep on remaking the second movie. Aliens is having the same problem where nobody wants to go back to it being a scary sci-fi film, horror film. They just want to keep Predator.
Prey was
what?
Prey?
Yeah.
That movie was phenomenal.
Bro, because they went back. They said no. One Predator and a group of warriors. And it don't matter what time they in. And I loved it. Loved it. You could do Predatorverse Pirates. You could do Predatorverse. like they had a comic book where we saw how he got the gun that he threw to Danny Glover. All right. Who's next? I love Predator too, though. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, they need to do the Prey thing. And so I wanted a reboot of the first Terminator. It ain't in the continuity. It ain't some weird timey-wimey thing of, oh, this is actually still in canon with all the no, it's a reboot.
You want it fresh.
Fresh.
From the ground up.
As our babies boot them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So I want to be directed by the director of It Follows. He did It Follows. And It Follows is pretty much Terminator, but for promiscuous teenagers. And that director's name eludes me at the moment. Did I not write this nigga name down? The director It Follows. He'll be up here somewhere. And I
like that Reading Rainbow.
Because like it's just he has that feel. Like It Follows feels very claustrophobic, and it's always something coming at you. It's always in the background, and I want that pressing feeling because that's what the first Terminator was. For Sarah Connor, I want the actress Lizzie Broadway. This chick is from the Boys spinoff Gen V.
I haven't seen that yet.
Man, she plays this character named Cricket. Oh my gosh,
that sounds good.
Yeah, and she's adorable. But like she has that Linda Hamilton vibe where like she looks young enough to be Sarah Connor, but I can see her kind of, doing a few chin-ups and getting kind of swole. I really want her as Kyle Reese, Lakeith Stanfield.
Ooh.
Our boy from Atlanta. I think he would be a cool Kyle Reese. He has like that quiet, enigmatic type feel to him. I could see him just kind of like coming up to a chick and just trying to convince her, and her kind of being like into him, but being like, this dude kind of crazy. But like, I don't know.
I've never seen Terminator either.
Why even talk movies with this nigga? It's okay. You probably never ate oatmeal either, nigga.
What's oatmeal?
And as the Terminator, as the T-800, Will Porter, who played Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, he was in Shameless. Might get him mixed up with somebody else.
You probably get him mixed up with your boy. Yeah, who I cast earlier.
Maze Runner.
He was a Maze Runner?
Yeah.
Okay.
You never seen Maze Runner? Come on.
I've never seen Terminator. You've never seen Maze Runner?
Listen.
I saw Puzzle Walker. But yeah, so that would be my cast. And if you want to go, like, let's say, I'll just like Will Porter as that, but if you want to go more traditional, Dave Bautista, John Cena, it's Vin not Diesel. Hard. Vin Diesel will actually be a good Terminator, but I feel like Vin is just too. It's Vin Diesel. I would know it's Vin Diesel. I wouldn't be afraid. It's Vin Diesel. You have to pick somebody who isn't that established yet. Even though Batista and John are $1 billion, but I wouldn't
want to see John.
I think John is really good. You don't like John Cena?
I don't mind John. I don't have a problem. I just couldn't see him as a Terminator.
Okay, that's fair.
What about The Rock?
The day that jabroni gets cast as a Terminator is the day I log off of life, bro. Like, no, I don't want to see. In fact, I don't want to see Dwayne the Rock Johnson in anything. This nigga couldn't even say a verse in a Tech Nine song without plugging his alcohol. Like, bro, like you gotta do product placement at the end of a rap verse. He's not even an actor. He's a content creator. He's doing what we do. He just has a bigger platform.
Do you think there's a film with him in it that you enjoy? What movie do you not mind The Rock? We're like, this is good.
That he's already been in?
Yeah.
Only his old stuff. The Rundown.
Walking Tall is decent. Be Cool is good. He played a little. Whenever he play against type, I feel like everything now is just a rundown. Everything now is just a rundown. And it's like, bro. Let me give you a rock bottom.
Yeah. And how many jungle movies we gonna do, nigga? I don't think certain things should ever be touched. But if I had to qualify my answer with a reason. And no Rock.
Announcement coming earlier this week. The Rock as the Terminator.
Oh my God, he go announce it himself in his gym. I'll be back, baby.
God. Yeah, those were our takes on what shouldn't have ever been touched. When you put it like that, things that shouldn't have been remade, things that should be rebooted. If you have any movies that you would have loved to seen rebooted, go ahead and share, post a comment. We are more than willing to hear your thoughts.
Follow all the tags up top. Like, subscribe, and hey, we'll have something good for you next episode. Keep on coming back. This is a little conversation episode. We're going to have these. You know what I'm saying? We want y'all to be involved. So
the comms are open. Feel free to
always open.
Join us. And thank you for being a part of our co-op experience. I'm Mo, and this is
Jay Quinn.
Signing off.
Peace.